My cheating ex denied me a paternity test and pushed me out. Now that she's struggling, I'm suddenly the father. Not without proof. Hello Reddit I plus here. 4 years ago, I now 31M was in a relationship with a woman named Karina, 29F. We were together for just over 3 years. I thought things were serious, like, this is it. I found my person, serious. I had a steady job as a mechanic. She worked as a barista while studying graphic design. She was fun, outgoing, spontaneous. And okay, maybe a little too spontaneous sometimes. Looking back, there were red flags I folded into origami swans and proudly displayed on the shelf. Late nights out with friends I'd never met. Locked phone, random mood swings, occasional comments like, I don't want to feel like I owe you anything, which, hits different when you're literally paying 80% of the bills. Still, I was dumb and in love. Until she told me she was pregnant. I was shocked, but excited. She, on the other hand, seemed weirdly indifferent. She didn't cry or laugh, just said it like she was telling me we were out of milk. We didn't live together, but I offered to move in, or have her move in with me. She declined, said she wanted to keep her independence. Okay, fair. I didn't push it, but then came the weird stuff. She didn't want me going to appointments, said they made her anxious. She didn't want me talking to her OB directly. When I offered to go baby shopping with her, she said she already had it covered with her sister. It all fell off, but I stayed. Then she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, Lila, and I wasn't even told until 3 days later. I only found out because her sister posted a picture online. I showed up at the hospital, angry, but still trying to be part of it. She told me to leave. You're not listed on the birth certificate, and you're not welcome here. I asked why I wasn't listed. She said, because I'm not sure. I had a lot going on back then, okay? And you pushing for a paternity test just proves you don't trust me. So I don't trust you either. I was stunned. I asked again, calmly, for a test. She told me to go to hell, that I was cruel for accusing her and trying to force myself into a child's life when she wasn't ready for that kind of drama. So I left. For the next few months, I tried to stay in contact, but she blocked me everywhere. Her friends messaged me to move on. She had a new boyfriend within 3 months. My heart was broken, not just for her, but for this kid who I wasn't even sure was mine, but felt connected to. Eventually, I gave up. I mourned a child who might not be mine. I picked up the pieces of my life and kept going. Fast forward to 3 months ago, I get a Facebook message from Karina. Hey, I really need to talk to you. It's about Lila. I ignored it. Then she tried again, this time more emotional. Said she needed help, that she and her boyfriend broke up, that she couldn't handle being a single mom, that she was sorry, that I deserved to be in Lila's life. Now I'm not proud of this, but I laughed. I showed my friend the message and said, oh, now I'm the father. He called it the reverse Uno, baby edition. Still, I met up with her. Mostly because I needed closure, not because I wanted back in. She showed up with Lila. The kid's cute. Super cute, actually, and polite. I won't lie. Part of me felt a twinge of emotion. Like maybe this was my daughter. Maybe I'd been robbed of 4 years of being a dad. Then Karina starts crying. She says she made a mistake, that she was confused, that she was under pressure and scared, that she didn't want to admit she wasn't sure who the father was. But now, she was pretty sure. It was me. Y'all. Pretty sure. Like I'm a dem guess on Wheel of Fortune. I said I'd consider being involved, but only if we did a paternity test. She got quiet, then defensive, then emotional again. Said, Lila doesn't need more uncertainty. She needs a father who shows up. I told her, you don't get to deny me a test. Block me for 4 years, and then come back when you're drowning, throwing around father like it's a life raft. Eventually, she agreed. We did the test. The results came back last week. I'm not the father. 0.00% match. I stared at the paper for 5 full minutes, thinking maybe the lab was drunk or dyslexic. Then I called her and told her what I found. She broke down crying, again, said she didn't know who else to turn to, that her ex bailed, that Lila needs stability, that I love her like a dad should, and I should be the bigger person. I told her I don't even know the kid. I don't have a connection with her. I wanted one once, but she took that from me, and now she's only coming to me because her backup dads all bailed. She called me heartless, said I was punishing a child for her mistake, that if I really cared, I wouldn't need a DNA test to be a father. I told her, you needed one to tell me I wasn't. You can't rewrite the rules now just because it's convenient. Now her friends are blowing up my inbox, saying I'm a terrible person, that Lila's innocent, that I owe it to her after disappearing. I didn't disappear, I was pushed out. So after the paternity test confirmed I wasn't the father, I thought that would be the end of it. Clean break. Painful, sure, but definitive. Nope. I clearly underestimated Karina's capacity for chaos. Because what happened next honestly made me question if I was on some hidden camera reality show. 2 days after the results came in, I get another knock on my door. I open it and there she is, Karina, with Lila in tow, holding a tiny suitcase and a stuffed dinosaur. She starts talking like it's already settled. Lila's really excited to spend time with you, just for the weekend. We can talk more after. I just stood there, blinking. Like, ma'am, what? I said. You do realize we just confirmed she's not my daughter, right? Karina said. Biology doesn't matter. You felt like her dad. She remembers you, she needs you, and you need her too, whether you admit it or not. Now, I'm not proud of what I said next, but it slipped out before I could stop it. So you denied me a test, ghosted me for 4 years, listed someone else on the birth certificate, and now I'm supposed to play house with a kid who just looks vaguely like me in bad lighting. She gasped, like I slapped her with a fish. I told her I was sorry for what Lila was going through, but I wasn't going to be her emotional support llama just because all her other plans fell through. I said it wasn't Lila's fault, but it also wasn't mine. She started crying again. Seriously, if this woman had a frequent flyer card for emotional breakdowns, she'd have earned a free cruise by now. Then she played the ultimate card. She said, "But you were better than her real father. You're the only man who ever cared." And I swear to God, before I could stop myself, I blurted, "Apparently not enough for you to let me attend a single ultrasound, Karina." That shut her up. She left, dragging Lila behind her, who kept looking back like she was trying to understand what the hell was happening. And I won't lie, that part hurt. That kid did nothing wrong. She was born into a world of mess she didn't ask for. But I can't be a band-aid for the wreckage Karina caused. The next week, I found out from mutual friends that she's telling everyone I'm a deadbeat dad, that I refuse to pay child support. One guy at our old college group meetup came up to me like, "Dude, is it true you abandoned your daughter?" I had to show him the test results. I'm walking around with screenshots like it's my damn Pokemon badge. And then came the final crash. Her actual baby daddy, let's call him Tyler, reached out to me. Turns out Karina did know who the father was the whole time. It was Tyler. They had a short fling while we were still together, shocker, but she never told him about the baby. Tyler just found out last month through a mutual friend. He's furious. Not just because she kept Lila from him, but because now she's pressuring him too. Except with a side dish of, "Hey, I think she might be yours. Wanna be a dad?" We both laughed for like a full minute. Trauma bonding at its finest. He asked if I was gonna stay involved. I said, "Nah, I'm retiring from surprise fatherhood." He said, "Same, but if she hits you up for diapers again, let me know. I'll send a coupon." Now I'm just trying to move on. I've started dating someone new. She actually believes in transparency. Wild concept, right? And the craziest part? Karina still sends me occasional messages. Little things. She asked about you today. She drew you a picture. We saw a car like yours and she got excited. It's like emotional blackmail wrapped in crayon. But I don't reply anymore. Because I finally understand that love without trust isn't love. It's just control in a cheap disguise. I never wanted to be a villain. I wanted to be a father. I just wasn't given the choice until it was too late. And by then, the role was already recast, reshot, and aired without me. So no, I won't be the father figure who's only good enough when no one else is around. I won't set myself on fire to keep people warm who wouldn't even let me hold the match. And if that makes me heartless, at least I'm heartless with receipts.